What's going on, Internal Sports fans? We back for another exciting week. You got your boy Dallas Melvin here in the house, as usual. You got my co-host Patrick True Tuesday. What's up, bro?
What's up, H-Town? What a wild ref weekend.
And we brought, we got another family member here. Miles, what's up, bro?
What's good, man?
You all right? Yeah, I'm all right.
You sure?
I survived.
I know you was coming in that traffic. That traffic got you hot, boy. You all right?
Oh, man. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you here safe.
Hey, happy to survive over the weekend. Whatever's going on
weekend.
Melvin, you made it out the white party.
Yeah. I had a good week. I had a good weekend in Houston, Texas. You know, a lot of people came ascended on our city for the holidays. Met a lot of good folks from all over, whether it was North Carolina, Chicago, L.A., Florida, Oklahoma, and then my boys from D-Town. My boys from D-Town was in the house too.
I had friends came in, I had to entertain them, and one of my close partners, I didn't get to see because we were moving so fast. My boy Flea, shout out to you, running back coach at Wyoming, but it was he talked about text message. He enjoyed it, so
that's what's up.
It was on.
I was on daddy duty. I didn't get a chance to touch any of it.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, this kind of off the cuff. I just thought about it. It came off a holiday weekend. And, a lot of people barbecued over the weekend. Did you get barbecue over the weekend?
Yeah.
Did you get barbecue over the weekend?
I did not.
You didn't? I got a little bit of barbecue over the weekend. So
not that many people barbecue like they used to on Memorial, though.
Yeah, we don't have that community camaraderie like we used to. Let's all get together, throw some sodas in the thing, and throw some music on. I wish we do that more.
I was looking at
time.
Yeah, it's that time of the year. That's the time of the year. So if you were to barbecue, throw some meat on the pit.
Yeah.
What's your meat of choice?
Favorite?
Like, what are you throwing on the pit?
That I'm throwing on the pit?
Yeah.
It's gonna be ribs for me.
Ribs?
I'm a ribs dude.
What kind of ribs though? You got beef ribs, you got pork ribs, you got baby back ribs.
What
we doing?
No, not baby back. Pork ribs. I'm not a huge baby back fan. I really love beef ribs, but I've never actually attempted to actually make any beef ribs. So I might have to try that though. I do love them though. But it's gonna be some pork ribs for sure. I'm definitely a pork ribs guy. I love the briskets as everybody else. But I get particular when we get it past that. My sausage got to be Zumo. That's just the Beaumont in me. I want my links, but that's a Beaumont in me as well.
Well, it's a Beaumont is a barbecue town.
Yeah, man.
So Tuesday, what you throwing on the pit, man?
I like the ribs, potato salad. I like my baked beans, barbecue beans. A lot of places don't sell it that much, but it's nothing like getting home cooked barbecue beans. But I also love the chicken, love the brisket and all that. But like I say, that ribs is my thing. And I always got to have a root beer soda with my barbecue.
You a root beer soda? For some reason, I go straight, and don't clown me on this. I want strawberry red soda with my barbecue.
That's that Beaumont in you.
That's
that Beaumont.
Go ahead, what about you?
That's that Beaumont. Well,
the root beer Clark thing.
From a patient standpoint, I want to throw the ribs on the smoker, as well as, at the same time, I love my sausage, hot sausage. And then what a lot of people's lost art is throw them wings on the grill and then smoke them bad boys.
Yeah.
Then smoke them bad boys. And then if I'm gonna do potato salad, it gotta be mustard potato salad.
Oh, mustard only, man.
Gotta be mustard potato salad for sure.
I'm not gentrifying my potato salad. And also the Louisiana, I love putting boudin on the grill, smoking my boudin on the grill. So that's always there. And it's one of our favorites. I know we just didn't mention it, but we got to talk about the brisket, baby. We in Texas.
Yeah,
for
sure.
The brisket's got to be done.
Yes.
There's nothing better than rolling that brisket up in the bread with the barbecue sauce dripping on your potato salad, just being fat for no reason. Oh, yeah, bro.
So,
gotta love it.
So get in the chat. Let us know what your favorite entree is for barbecue, and it's barbecue season. We're about to go into barbecue season.
I do want to talk
Hold
about
on for a second.
thing.
Hold on for a second. Before we talk about another thing, we got to make sure that everybody understands that you can come out and see us live at On the Rocks Bar and Lounge in historic 3rd Ward, Texas, on OST. If you're from Houston, you know where OST is. If you're not from Houston, go to Old Spanish Trail, right across the street from what we just got done talking about, Ray's Barbecue, one of the best barbecue places in the city. Come see us every Tuesday, 6 o'clock. They got a great happy hour. Make sure that if you can't make it in, you go on our social media. You check us out on YouTube. You like us, you subscribe, more importantly. But you also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as well as TikTok. Let us know what you think. Comment on us, and make sure you stay up to date with what we got going on. What you got, Truesdale?
Back to the barbecue real quick. The so-called True South SEC channel. They went to Beaumont. They go different food places.
Yeah.
They went different barbecue places. Like I said, Beaumont got some darn good barbecue.
Hey,
what is your favorite barbecue place? I know about the one across from Ozan, right?
That's Gerard's.
Yeah.
Growing up, that was my favorite. Gerard's was absolutely my favorite. I grew up like 2 streets over.
Dad had it going on.
Yeah, Dad had it going on. His son still does a good job, but you know it's not quite the same. Broussard's now is my favorite when I go home, which is down the street from there, not too far. And for a long time, I'm shout out my Uncle Perry had one called Poe Perry's, but that's, long gone. But Broussard's is where I make my stop when I go home. I definitely got to get my links. I get 2 ready, and I get a sack of cold ones to take home, put in the freezer, because I know those will be brought back out every time I hit the house. What do you get when you go home to Dallas? Some wieners? What do y'all get, like some barbecue franks?
Come on,
Jerry Jones barbecue?
I go down to South Dallas, give me a link basket.
So you be going to Williams Nasty Chicken.
You must have had it, so you talking about it, so you had it too.
I had it way back in the day and threw it right on up.
I had it way back in the day too, but
and
I go give me a link basket at Good Luck's down in South Dallas for sure. Also, you used to go to Smokey J's barbecue from that standpoint, but it's a lot of good spots in Dallas. You got what's the spot that's also in Austin?
Salt Lake?
No, not Salt Lake. But Salt Lake, you got to check out Salt Lake if you haven't gone to Salt Lake in Austin.
Nice.
Salt Lake is real nice.
Like I say, Hard Clock, I think with beef and bun growing up, I just can't stand the barbecue sauce, but I love, rest in peace, my boy Jerry Scale. They still rolling, still tasting good over at Triple J's. It's not like a baked potato at Triple J's, baby, on home stage.
Triple J's goes hard. Triple J's goes hard.
With ribs in the
Speaking of Dallas, man, so this isn't a barbecue spot. I was there a couple months ago, and I went to this place in South Dallas. It's a hamburger spot. Ladies, and it's the biggest,
I know what you're talking about.
Great hamburger I've ever had probably in my life. I messed
You
around and got
remember
a
the name of
double, and each one, oh man, I'm going blank. I'm gonna remember the name.
All my Dallas people, hop in the chat. Let us know that burger spot in South Dallas.
You can't sit inside.
Yeah.
You can only go in and grab it, and you in and out, and it's got the sweetest, thickest lemonade, Kool-Aid you can find in the city.
Ghetto Kool-Aid.
You get diabetes. You get diabetes drinking it for sure.
It was so much love.
What's the restaurant over there? The soul food place I like to go to. Your people on Shepherd. Their studio we should be on, Estes. They got some real good Kool-Aid.
Shout out to Estes.
Shout out to my boy Coach Lewis at Miami. I took him there last week. He was in town recruiting.
Calvin said Burns in 44.
Burns in the 44.
Burns in the 44.
You are from Dallas. Burns in the 44. Burns and Acres Homes.
That's right. Burns and Acres Homes. That's right. That's right.
Man.
Shout out, Mr. Reed.
Come on, man. You supposed to know the
I'm not from here.
I went to high school in Acres Homes,
my
man.
My bad. Let the youth supposed get it. Let the youth supposed get it. So, hop in the chat. Let us know what your favorite barbecue spot is, or wherever you from. Before we go though, because I know you travel a little bit. I know you travel quite a bit. I mean, other than Texas, because we know we big homers, all of us from Texas. What do you feel like is the best barbecue? Is it like Memphis? Is it Tennessee, KC barbecue?
Tennessee
is it
got
St.
the best
Louis,
barbecue.
Tennessee? Is it
I was
Florida?
going to say KC has really good barbecue, but I really like Memphis barbecue. I ain't gonna lie to you, I like Memphis barbecue. My only problem with Memphis is they take it a little too far. They barbecue bologna, my G. Why is bologna on your menu at the restaurant?
No.
Like, that's going way too
Everybody ain't like that. But
that's a Memphis thing, man. They get that bologna up.
But you know what, though? I actually taste the best person that barbecued individual. Like, my boy live here from Memphis. Big G, he know how to make good barbecue. And I love their barbecue sauce. Even Jack Daniels sauce.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee got the best barbecue.
So we got to jump into support sports real quick before I get too hungry. So we know. Well, I'm already hungry. I'm already starving. I'm already starving. That's why we're talking about barbecue. Yeah, for sure. But let's talk about these Knicks
today, man.
Let's talk about these Knicks. They made history in spanking Cleveland. They beat them by 37 points in the final game, and this is the third game in a row they've won a series by 30 more points in the last game. Hold on. I'm gonna give you shine.
I said Justin. I'm all over the place.
We gonna let Miles go last, so calm down, bro.
I'm just gonna have him run the tape back, so ain't nobody got to go nowhere.
It's Julius.
Julius, run the tape back.
Hold on.
My bad.
Miles go last. He's so
Julius
excited.
is a name for people like 60 years old. You like 27. This is Justin.
This is so just so you know, Miles is so happy. This is the first time he's ever been right on our show. First time he's ever been right on our show, so we had to bring it back.
Right.
We had to bring it back. Tuesday, what you think about the
I think this is history. Last time this happened, I think the Rockets, my understanding, 97 did 2 sweeps to win. My understanding, I don't know how true that is.
What happened?
When they had a team swept twice.
I don't know.
I think that, but I'm not surprised. I would say this: Cleveland did a good job the last game against Detroit because they kept the ball out of Harden's hand, and which they had to because he was horrible. The assist was bad, and I know he couldn't cover that. He couldn't cover that young guy. He's too young. But New York, it may sound out, but I'm just telling you, they couldn't handle it. After game 1, I knew it was over. And Harden's what, 37 years old? He's too big. He's too fat to hold that boy. So I know he was going to drag him all over the court. And what they did, ended up sweeping him.
Miles, what you got? Go ahead. You got 2 minutes. Start the timer. Because I know you all excited about the first time you ever right on our show.
Not the first time. I will say, let's run back a trace of events, a series of events. Last week, he asked who we picked. Remember the 3, me, you, and Kevin all picked the New York Knicks to win?
Yeah.
And somebody not named us on here from Dallas that's real light-skinned said that he was going to go with Cleveland. Cleveland was going to win all out.
Nah.
And then we Then we went and sat and watched the game together after the show, in which Cleveland was up 22 points.
Yes.
And he said, his exact words were, when Cleveland wins this series, Miles, you got to come back on the show and tell the world how great of a basketball aficionado I am. I said, they may not win this game. And he said, hell no. No, they not win the game. They didn't win a game. But I'm not going to do that to you. What I'm going to say is, though, like
but
straight up.
But you just did it to me. What you talking about? You're not going to do it to me. You just did it to me.
That's in the past. Hakuna Matata. So what I will say is I was very impressed with New York, though. Like how they actually, like the fact that they scored 130 points in the last game and nobody scored over 20 points again, like in that game. Nobody. That's crazy. How they moved the ball, how they did. I will say I don't want to be the negative guy, but Cleveland, after that game on last week,
after the first game,
they took their soul. They came back with nothing. They had nothing left. They were very weak. They were very. I'm gonna say Harden. I expect Harden to do what Harden did, but what the rest of that team did, and I'm gonna say these last 2 things, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not a fan of Mike Brown. And I do feel like Mike Brown has a really great first year wherever he goes, and he's going to fall down. But I give him credit for what he's doing. Keith Atkinson, though, for Cleveland, sounds aloof and unnecessary on the microphone. They just announced today they're going to keep his job.
They're going to keep his job, yeah.
But that analytics crap that he keeps spilling has to go. Sometimes you got to have an eye for the game, see what's happening, and make it pop.
But would it change if LeBron come?
Oh, yeah, it's going to change up a little bit.
Here's what I'll say.
You think Harden be there?
Harden not going nowhere.
Yeah,
the series was won and lost in game 1.
Nobody's going to give him no money.
When they lost, y'all want to go ahead? Y'all go ahead and have y'all little conversation together.
No, we good. What's yours?
Well, go ahead. No,
I'll say it now.
Harden ain't going
nowhere.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
We were finishing the statement that she made about Harden. I said Harden not going anywhere. Nobody's giving him the money.
So let everybody hear.
Harden not going away because he gonna opt out and he gonna resign. Nobody else will give him the money.
I just can't see LeBron playing with him in style of play. And if he do be there, I can't see his minutes.
We don't know. Yeah. I can't see LeBron staying if Atkinson stays. That's really messing up the LeBron thing for me. But I don't know. We'll see. We don't know what LeBron gonna do.
Well, I mean, it's a good conversation because we're gonna talk about a little bit of NBA free agency. So they've already said that Harden's coming back, X is coming back, Mitchell's still on the contract. Mobley, most of that team is coming back. So with that being said, I think the series was lost in game 1 when they lost a 22-point lead.
Correct.
And I think it was lost because of Kenny Atkinson.
Correct.
Because he didn't call timeouts.
And he let James Harden take that
And
whooping.
you will hear me say once again, when games get close, players don't lose games, coaches do.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Because you got, especially if you have timeouts, you got challenges, you should put the players in position to be successful. So, does that mean you should get fired? Nah, I don't mean you should get fired because he did get them to the Eastern Conference Finals. It was just one step closer.
Yeah, but if you keep that team that far and you keep losing, evidently.
They didn't get that far last year, though.
Yeah, I'm just talking about as a coach, period.
I know, but that's his first time he's got them there.
Yeah.
So, you know, get him a chance to get him another step next year, put some pieces around him. Can they get to the NBA Finals next year?
What bothered me the most is when he said after that game, James Harden didn't do that bad of a job guarding Jalen Brunson.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, bro, what were you watching?
Oh, my gosh.
They literally hunted the dude down and ripped him a new one. Like, I don't understand. But we'll see. I think they have to make some adjustments to make it to the next step. Because here's the real deal. I honestly don't believe Giannis leaves the East. And I don't believe Giannis goes to a bad team. So unless they get Giannis, there's going to be a tougher team for them to beat in the East. A Miami, a New York, like somebody like that.
Does Miami become that tougher if they get Giannis, though? Because Miami don't have a lot of
Miami
other pieces.
becomes better than what they were.
Yeah, but I don't think they're that tough just by getting Giannis. Because they got to give up pieces.
I got you.
Now, New York, on the other hand, they got Giannis on top of what they're already doing. It'll be crazy.
I think they're in the same boat with LA and Houston. They're not going to get better by not adding to the team. You have to find a way to add, right? Because Houston has OKC and San Antonio and LA in front of them. They have New York, possibly Boston in front of them as far as talent goes. So you got to add something to your squad to take that next step for next year.
Yeah.
If you're talking about making that next step, you said we made a step this year because you didn't make it to the East Conference Finals. Next step is actually the finals. You got to add something to your team to get out the East next year.
Now, Miles got a point there because, you know, you think about us, like you said, think about the West. Rockets got San Antonio, Oklahoma, even Dallas. They're going to be up and coming. And I hate to say that, but in L.A., Denver. So you have to build it like they got to go get a point guard. They even got to go get a backup. They got to get on their job.
I think Rockets have a point guard. They could add a backup point guard. They could add a couple pieces. I think Cleveland, though, you got to add, I don't know what it is. I think you got to add a small forward to take some of that pressure off.
You mean LeBron James? He's a small forward.
I think
you
just
great. Said it.
I don't know if LeBron plays with Kenny Atkinson, though. Does that work?
But I'm asking, is Detroit one player away?
No. They need at least two players. They're a couple players away. Here, I got one for you, though. You heard it here first. It don't matter whether they win the championship or they don't win the championship. You might not, maybe you didn't hear it here first, but you haven't heard it in a long time. People don't give Mike Brown his due as a coach. And remember, Mike Brown took the 06-07 Cavs to the NBA Finals with LeBron James.
Mike Brown took him to the finals, or LeBron James took him to the finals, in spite of Mike Brown?
So the Knicks went to the finals in spite of Mike Brown this year?
No. Okay. I gave him his credit for what he did this year.
So he coached for both.
Go to state?
But wait a minute.
As an assistant, it was
He
great.
was the head coach for like a couple of years.
So was Luke Walton. That don't mean that they were great coaches.
Why wouldn't LeBron go to New York next year?
I didn't say he wouldn't. You hadn't heard me say that yet.
Why would LeBron go to New York to play for Mike Brown? Which he played for, already got to the NBA Finals.
They got a close relationship, right?
I think they cool. I think it's a very viable option. I think the Mike Brown you got in 07 and the Mike Brown you get in 26 is not the same Mike Brown, right? Like you would hope in 20 years.
He better.
You're a lot better. I think he's better, right? And I think he's showing he's a lot better. So I'm not saying that.
LeBron to New York, it don't matter what the Knicks do, even though I don't feel like. So
I will say this.
Go ahead.
I think if the Knicks, let's say hypothetically, which is very likely not to happen, but if they win the championship, let's say they win the championship, I can't see LeBron going to them. Because then that's almost like, oh, you win
like
join the
KD
champions.
did. It's like what KD did. He don't
on
beat
your
KD.
way out to get a chip. Now, if they fall short and LeBron go and they win, then LeBron could always say, I was the reason why they got over the top on the way out the door.
So
you know what? If New York win a championship, I know people not even New York fans just want to go up there and just see them people quit crying. Because last time they won, what, 73?
Yeah, last time they were in the NBA Finals was 99.
Yeah,
last time they went to the finals, 99.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. The last time they won was 99.
Right.
So
in
they
99, we knew they didn't stand a chance in 99.
Yeah.
Nah, they had a shot.
Man, they had David Robinson and Tim Duncan and all them guys. Now they had a shot in '94 when the Rockets beat them and John Starks went ice cold.
Yeah.
They had a chance to beat us. But I didn't think
they gave him a series, though.
No, they gave him a series, but
like
we knew
like
they really wasn't going to beat.
Because I hate to say this, you know they're not going to beat Oklahoma and San Antonio.
I think they match up better against San Antonio than they do Oklahoma.
Nah.
Why is that?
Because I think Oklahoma, if Jalen Williams and Mitch, the other guy's name, is actually healthy, they're so deep with bodies they can throw at them. I think that not that you're going to neutralize Wemby, but I think the big guys they have can make Wemby work a little bit more. And I think Jalen Brunson is going to make Shea work a little bit more. So I think they have a better chance against, not saying they're going to win, I think they have a better chance to play San Antonio closer to even than OKC.
Everybody tonight, look at the championship, because that series is a championship.
I never said they would win.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying they ain't got a chance. They don't have a chance with either one of them teams.
I'll say this, if they have a 40% chance of beating San Antonio, they got 30% chance of beating OKC.
Man, let me tell you something. Them teams too deep. Oklahoma too deep, too big. Wemby, them poor guards healthy. I know they got their hands full. The main thing is shutting down Brunson. They deep. I can't see it. This is championship night.
I ain't seen nobody shut Brunson. Brunson keep impressing me game by game. That dude impresses me game by game.
Once again, I asked the question earlier this year. Can Brunson be the best player on a championship team? And everybody said no. So that means they ain't winning. They're not winning. They got to the finals, but they're not going to win. They're not going to win. And I agree that they probably match up a little better with San Antonio. But it's going to come down to with both. They match up with San Antonio a little better because San Antonio is not as experienced from a playoff standpoint as OKC is. OKC not only has won a championship, they've gotten there to the precipice a couple of different times by getting to the conference finals. So even when Dallas beat them in the conference finals a couple years ago. So championship game, championship series.
A question.
What?
Does it hurt your heart to see Jalen Brunson taking them to the finals, knowing y'all treated him like a backup?
He was a backup at the time.
Oh, I know.
He was a backup. He was a backup. And he'll even tell you, he grew during his time in Dallas, playing with Luka, playing with Jason Kidd. And
to say y'all didn't sign him.
No, we tried to sign him. We tried to sign him, but he wanted to go home and play with his dad and play in New York, where he's from, the East Coast.
Well, I'm saying, but
so I can't hate the man for wanting to go back home.
At that time, well, never mind, that's not going to work either. Carry on.
No, so seriously.
Seriously, all book aside, I was going to say, if y'all had offered him the max money, would he have stayed in Dallas? But obviously, no, because he didn't even take the max money in New York.
He didn't take it in New York.
So I'm not even going to say it was about the money. He left $100 million on the table.
He wanted to be around his pops.
He wanted to be around his pops, plus he's from the East Coast.
And the beautiful thing is,
and he wanted to get the piece around
him. Well, his pops got him right. And that YouTube and all that. And on top of that, some of that money he can remake back because he balling that. Because when you're in New York, you got the marketing.
He got that money back.
I'm sure you're on all kind of billboards, Miles.
And on top of that,
have to go on the championship.
And on top of
billboards, he probably owned half the skyscrapers in New York City.
Even though he was on one of the top teams at the time, it's still a lot easier to get to the finals in the East than it is the West.
That's fair.
So,
but once you get there, I'll take it off your resume.
No, for sure. You know he's gotten there. He's gotten there for sure. So, what do you guys think about how the Spurs even the series up in the last game against OKC by beating them by 21? What can we expect in the next game?
They don't come out hot. San Antonio come out hot tonight. I don't care what you say. I'm not saying
OKC or you taking San Antonio?
I'm taking San Antonio tonight.
Get in the chat. Let us know who you're going to pick.
I'm taking San Antonio
coming out of the game. Game
whoever
5, San Antonio, OKC.
I think whoever wins tonight wins the series.
I got San Antonio, but I think they're going 7.
I cannot see either one of those teams winning game 6 and 7. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying.
So whoever wins tonight can win one of the next 2 and probably will.
So you don't see them going back-to-back? Two-game win streak?
Nah.
So before we jump off basketball, just want to remind everybody, make sure that you check out Intertown Sports Media YouTube channel, and you check out probably one of the best teams that's not in the NBA right now. But you got to go to our documentary, Chasing Greatness, Part 1, to check out the elementary kids that did something that people didn't think they were going to do. They won their district and then went on to win city, and that's what takes a lot of hard teamwork. So check out Chasing Greatness Part 1.
Great
Get ready.
documentary we got going. And them boys represent my neighborhood, the Clark, my community, baby.
For sure, for sure. So if you want to support local kids, check out Chasing Greatness Part 1, Houston Elementary School, one's district, one city. It's a great documentary, all that good stuff. So moving on to actually talking about like a little bit of high school. Okay. So as we all know, around the country you had state track meets going on. So I'm gonna set the stage for you. In North Carolina, you had Jordan High School win the state 8A track meet for North Carolina.
Okay.
They won the state
I saw that.
8A track meet, but they actually didn't have more points until the very end because the other school, Mallard Creek High School, ended up with more points, but they got disqualified on the last race because of unsportsmanlike conduct.
Did you see this?
Now, so here's the thing. We're going to give you an example of what the unsportsmanlike conduct was. And you're talking to somebody that I had a chance to talk to somebody that was actually at the state track meet in North Carolina last weekend. Her son is actually on the Jordan High team that actually ended up winning. So the team that lost because of disqualification, they're one of their star players, crossed the finish line in one of the individual races, and he gave the Hulk sign.
No, he gave the Shador sign.
What's the Shador? Like this?
No, Shador, you did the watch.
No.
He gave the Hulk sign in the race before.
No, let's say that's the first time he did it. When he got his first warning, he gave the Hulk sign.
Right, correct.
He gave his first warning, he gave the Hulk sign.
Correct.
So they gave him an unsportsmanlike warning and said, hey, the next one means not possible disqualification, right?
Correct.
The only thing about it is there were other kids that didn't look like this African-American boy who crossed the finish line with their arms up, crossed the finish line waving, but they never received any warnings. So on the final race where his 4x4 team won, he crosses the finish line, and he wasn't, because I talked to one of the parents, he wasn't doing the Shador. He was doing this, which is holding up 5 fingers because they won 5 state titles by him crossing the finish line as number 5. So he held up number 5, recognizing not only what he did, but also recognizing what his teammates did on that day, which is win 5 different state titles if they had included that one. So the judges felt like that was unsportsmanlike by holding up 5, and they disqualified them, so meaning his whole track team lost the state championship.
So I got a question for you. So they won state before the state meeting this past weekend. Well, the weekend of the state, was that not this past weekend, last weekend.
Yeah.
So this team that won state before, the track team won state before they won state.
They won it 4 times before.
Okay.
Yeah, won it 4 times before.
That's jealousy. That's how that is. They didn't want them to win because they've been dominating. That same thing with East St. Louis going right now. They don't want to put them in certain Illinois leads in football because they dominate. They have to play a national schedule. So, which they couldn't do that in Texas because you're on the UIL rule, but they let you pretty much go your separate in Illinois. But to me, it sounds like they were jealous of that organization, jealous of that school. I don't know if the school black, most of the track team is black and dominating. They got to be jealousy because what's wrong throwing up 5? Michael Jordan threw up 6.
So when I saw this, I kind of looked up a little bit. I did a small amount of research.
Go for it.
And I didn't do much research. But I was really looking at what the celebration rules were in track.
Yeah.
I'm a basketball guy. We talk cash money. You know what I mean? And we win, we celebrate.
Right.
I played golf. If we win, we
Celebrate.
see Tiger Woods darn near do flips on the green, right? And I know golf is one of the most uptight sports in the history of anything. So I didn't realize that the celebration rules were so tight. I know volleyball got tight celebration rules with the girls, and I didn't realize it was so tight. But my thing is, it's always up for judgment, right? if they warned him in the first time and the second time he did some celebration, I felt a little less sympathy toward him. But I don't know what is the line for the celebration?
I mean, it's a bunch of BS.
Because we've seen,
but Miles,
I mean, we watched the Olympics. I see them throw that. I've seen Justin Gatlin during their turnaround and look at the.
Man, I seen junior. I went to junior high track meet 2 years ago at Butler. Kids do that. When you work hard, you got the right to throw your hands up. You know, finish that. It's like praising God. So the best bunch of BS. You can't never go on what's the state of North Carolina because.
So here's the thing, and I was talking to some other people about it, and they brought up some good points. I don't necessarily agree with it, but they brought up good points, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it. They said the kid already had one warning, and you know what I say? If you want to win anything and it's close, it's up to the coaches. So they were favored to win that 4x4. So you pull the kid aside and say, hey, when you cross the finish line, walk off the track, and then we're gonna high five and do everything you do.
I agree with that.
So once again, it goes to coaching. But the only caveat is, these are high school kids. At we should expect high school kids to make mistakes.
Julius.
And that wasn't an egregious mistake. Holding up 5, recognizing the rest of his team.
Julius, it sounds like this team been dominating, and they was trying to find a way to nitpick at them. Because if other kids getting away with it in other teams, something ain't right. You can't never go by the state of North Carolina because they caught up in that still Jim Crow. So come on now.
I mean, we all in the middle of it, but I just wonder, what was the warning? The warning is don't celebrate. The warning is don't throw that sign.
No, the warning was no unsportsmanlike behavior after the race.
Okay, I get that. So if that's all you told me, what defines unsportsmanlike conduct? That is now a very subjective statement.
So you do nothing.
What's unsportsmanlike?
So you do nothing.
No, I get it.
That's not unsportsmanlike. 5, you work hard.
What is unsportsmanlike?
Because if they would have got the trophy, they would have threw a 5.
I'll give you a prime example. I remember I was coaching at a private school, right? And our kids in the stands were doing the same things that other kids at other private schools were doing. Right. But when our principal, our head of schools, our chaplain came, they were very upset at the things that our kids were doing to cheer us on as a team. And things that I thought were harmless. And it was very surprising. So it's almost like it's a cultural issue. What do you consider unsportsmanlike? Is there for example,
man, I'm telling you,
University of Miami, remember when they had to change the rules? They gave you a list. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. Is there a list of things you can and can't do?
Tom Landry did the same thing to Bush Johnson. Don't do the dance, don't celebrate. Tom Landry was the same way too. Listen, you gotta let these kids have fun. At the end of the day, you're gonna throw a 5 once you get that trophy. You're gonna throw up, I've seen kids throw up 2 rings when Oak Cliff won it back to back. You know, pull up the other finger with another ring. So that's just a celebration because they gonna throw it up. To me, it's nitpicking at the kids. They going too far with that.
All right.
So
when that kid get to college, you can do all that.
If you following us online on YouTube, we got a great picture of the team that actually ended up winning state, which was Jordan High School. They won state because of this qualification. Now, allegedly, Mallard Creek High is protesting it to try to say, hey,
but Jordan High, to me, they coach and them kids, to me, are weak if they take that because you didn't win it. I just like when they took the trophy away from Bush and gave it to VY, and they realized he wasn't taking that trophy because he didn't win it. So to me, those kids need to go and get that trophy back, and them coaches need to go and get them people some love.
I disagree with that.
Because you're second place. You ain't winning over some basic stuff.
One thing if they came back 2 years, 5 years later, that they did for VY.
Dallas Carter, when they won state, and they got caught up with that robbery stuff, that didn't have nothing to do with state championship. That happened months later, and they took the trophy away from them and gave it to Converse Judson. And I got a friend played on that Converse Judson team. Man, we didn't win state. They won state. And that was BS why they took that trophy away. That's BS why they take that away. And I'm just saying, give it to them.
So to my point,
give it to them.
My point is, if it had happened months later and they brought it to them, I wouldn't have taken it either. But in the day of,
man, that just to throw a 5, come on, man.
Hey,
come on.
So if it was a basketball game and they called a foul and they went to the replay booth and somebody said it was a foul, somebody else said it wasn't a foul, and then the other team ended up winning, they won.
No, they didn't
Because
win. Listen.
if it's a bad call, it's a bad call.
On. That's behind a call. We talking about
This
winning.
is a call.
Okay, so we're going to do this. If a kid get a winning touchdown and he dances in the end zone with 0 seconds off, you going to take it away from him?
But they're not taking. They'll give a 15-yard penalty for the celebration in that game. They're not going to take his points off the board.
Yeah, anyway.
If they do something to take the points off the board, then that's not my fault.
That kid, whenever that kid
they score a touchdown,
I hope he go to the Olympics and go to college and win and celebrate.
I hope he does too.
Celebrate.
But if I'm on Jordan,
track is a hard sport.
But if I'm on Jordan, I'm putting that necklace, that medal around my neck, and going to some girl house until somebody open that door.
And I'm gonna walk around
state
town
champion, baby.
and say that's a fake championship because you know it's that.
I'm a state champion, baby.
You're not gonna get your respect.
I'm gonna put my Letterman jacket on, no shirt, and a medal.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm a state champion, baby.
I'm gonna say this. That ain't a real championship. Take that medal off. Just like when TSU got disqualified when they won the SWAC in football, but Johnny Cole had all that legal stuff going on. And they dropped them old rings. I saw one do one thing.
You gonna have to dispute
might
that
throw
with me
that
in
ring
the
in the
morning.
trash.
Hey,
that
you
disqualified
that with me in the
ring.
morning.
What I will say,
me and my girlfriend gonna say,
Whatever.
What I will say is,
and I'm gonna say that's weak. And that's not real.
you can say it's
That's
weak.
fake.
You can say it's weak, but those kids on that team, they ran their hearts out. They ran hard. They practiced, and at the end of the day, if somebody wanted to give,
what they did, that damn medal ain't real. It's fake. Just like Converse Just, I don't care what y'all
Say what
say.
you wanna
They
say.
gave it to them. I don't want nobody to give me something. I want to earn it. I want to beat your ass and get it. They didn't do that. That boy beat their ass, and that state track team and dominate, and they picking on them. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a black school, and we in the state of North Carolina.
here's the thing: if they were beating them that bad, disqualified in one race, wouldn't have got them to get the championship. That's how close it was. That's how close it was.
Man,
so it wasn't
keep your
they
head
was
up.
beating them.
I'm looking to seeing you forward one day.
I'm posting
'Cause I know that
all
person
my
ran
pictures on
behind you. Probably ain't
Instagram
going nowhere running.
with all the girls. I'm doing all that. I'm going back to Jordan, North Carolina, like a G.
Okay. Since we talking about who deserves to win, who doesn't deserve to win, who do y'all think should be Coach of the Year in the NBA this
Well, we
year?
already know who won it.
Nah, but he don't know.
He don't
Who
know.
you think should be Coach of the Year? And you don't have to agree with it. Who you think should be Coach of the Year in the
I
NBA
get
this
to the
year?
young coach in San Antonio.
Huh?
I get to the young coach in San Antonio.
Okay. Who you think should get it?
I was gonna say the guy in
He
San
said
Antonio too.
Mike Brown.
Nah, he's the coach of the playoffs. I give him that. But nah, I was gonna say the coach in San Antonio as well. Even though he,
What about the coach in Detroit?
JB's a beast, man. But they've been
I
good
love him as
for
a
a
coach,
couple years.
They've been
man.
what?
They were good last year too. I mean, I know it helps. It helps having Wemby a ton.
Exactly.
A ton.
Hey, you got the number 2
But I
pick
will
in the
say
draft.
this, though,
And
as
you
a-
got Darren Fox.
No, I'll say this. Sometimes the harder coaching job is coaching a lot of talent and a lot of egos. And I give him credit. Now, he does have a lot of help with Popovich over his shoulder and stuff, but
So you've been
That
around,
made
you've been
humongous.
around a lot
It's
of.
the
Hold
best
on for a
when you
second.
got
I
good
got a
help.
question for you. You've been around a lot of NBA players. I'm not saying you've been around these NBA players, but just some of them. But outside looking in, they all got egos, but the egos that would cause issues. Who on that team got egos that would cause an issue?
it's not egos that cause issues. Look at what let me say this. Look what he's done. So he's taking Wemby, who's Wemby, in his third year and didn't play his first year, right? Then you mixed in a super or a star talent of De'Aaron Fox. You brought
Who's
in.
not really, but he don't have a big ego.
He don't have a big. I'm not saying he actually. That's one of the guys who do know. He does not have a big ego at all. You also brought in Dylan Harper. You got a rookie of the year. You got with Castle, Vassell. Like you've merged a lot of people that could have had some big egos if they wanted to.
Castle came in the league as a grinder.
He's a grinder.
He's a grinder.
but
Vassell
he
is a grinder.
Hold on.
They talented.
And
I'm
then
not
you
saying
got
that. I'm not
two
saying
point
they're not talented.
No,
but they
they're
ain't like
extremely
get it out the mud,
Remember,
dude.
you got two starting point guards.
What I'm saying
Both
is
of them starters.
he's
Harper.
worked the 2-point guards with De'Aaron and Dylan, right?
Yep.
Dylan came in as a number 2 pick and could have been like, I don't want to be a starter. I don't want to be a bench guy. He got Castle and Vassell. Castle won Rookie of the Year last year. He could have been like, yo, I need to get some more features. He got a lot of pieces that he had to get to work along with Wemby and along with De'Aaron. But he's done a really good job. And to put the system in place that they have all worked and believed and dived and bought into, it takes a lot of talent. That's a good job.
No, I agree with you. Hey, hop in the chat. Let us know who you think the NBA Coach of the Year should have been. Let's go ahead and make the announcement for all you don't know. The Boston Celtics coach, Joe Mazzulla, won NBA Coach of the Year. By the way, he did a fantastic job. Nobody thought they would even make the playoffs, let alone have a winning record, let alone make the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs with Jason Tatum expected to be out all the year, the whole year. He came back at the end of the year, 1 month, about 1 month into it. He came back, and then he ended up sitting out in the playoffs. But Joe Mazzulla, heck of a coaching job, man, because they lost Porzingis, they lost Tatum.
Well, they got rid of Porzingis.
Well, I mean, when I say they lost, they got rid of Porzingis, they lost Tatum. And
Can
then,
I say this?
Go ahead.
If he does, all the flowers out to Joe Mazzulla. He did a wonderful, wonderful job coaching at Boston. If he got that recognition as Coach of the Year, I don't know how Jaylen Brown makes second team in All-NBA and doesn't even get any MVP votes. Those two went hand in hand in that process.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you tell me Jaylen Brown is not that close to MVP and he's second team All-NBA, then
Well, I mean, Joe Mazzulla as well, though. Not only is he NBA Coach of the Year, he's also the head coach with the worst haircut in the league, bro. I mean, have you seen that man's haircut? Ever had seen him have a good haircut? Like, name another coach in the league that looks worse than Joe Mazzulla at a press conference. Mitch Johnson, my boy fly. Boy fly, name somebody else. Y'all thinking about it. Even the old cats. Like Mike Brown, he gone ball. He just cut it all off.
No, we can go to some Stan Van Gundy, Jeff Van Gundy.
No, current coaches.
You said old cats.
No, I mean old cats in the league right now. Current coaches. Who has a worse haircut than Joe Mazzulla?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so he won two awards. He won NBA Coach of the Year and NBA Worst Haircut of the season for sure. Hey, let's dive into a little NFL free agency. There's not a lot of free agents still left on the market. I'm gonna throw a couple names out. You guys tell me maybe some places you think they could go. Are they even worth signing? We're gonna start at the top, or one of the top wide receivers, Stephon Diggs. Where would y'all think he should go? And is he worth? What type of money you think he worth? 2-year deal, 5-year deal, 3-year deal?
They
what?
gonna get a year. For me, he probably get a year-by-year contract, especially with his personality and everything. So
I think Cardi B live.
No, don't worry about that. They're not together no more.
Well, I think he'll fit in at. There's a lot of places he can fit in. This is how he gonna act. Is he gonna?
No, but where you think would be a good fit based on him acting the way he's acted before in the past?
Giants might be a good place for him.
Who's coaching in the Giants?
And I think
Harbaugh. That's not bad.
Not bad.
What you think, Miles? Where's Stephon?
I was trying to think of somebody who needs a hired hand, right? Just like one extra player, you pay him a $5-6 million, $4 or $5-6 million, come in. You know what I mean? Like I don't really care if you do dinner with the team. I don't really care if you do all the extra stuff. Just come in as a hired. You know what? I hate to say this.
Cowboys.
I can see the Cowboys. I can see them going to somebody like that.
I can see Dallas too. I really can.
So, X-nay, N-nay, no on the Cowboys for sure. Definitely not doing that. Because guess what? We finally got low-key Cowboys right now. Ain't nobody talking about contract negotiations and all that good stuff, so we keeping it that way. But my boy B in the chat said, KC. Why wouldn't he go to Kansas City?
No, that's a good look.
That's a good one, too.
That's a good one. That's a real good call.
What Rice going to do? Rice got to go 30 days in jail. Rice got a knee problem right now.
He got that law case, too, right?
Yeah, but he got to go 30 days in jail, and he got to
his
knee.
He can rest up his knee for 30 days.
Well, the only thing is
you got to keep him off his knees while he's in jail.
Yeah.
But he can definitely
stay
rest
off
it up.
your knees in jail.
Don't pick up the soap. Don't pick the soap
or
up while
anything
you're
else
in jail.
on your knees in jail. No, seriously. But here's the issue. Does he want to go without Patrick Mahomes playing?
Mahomes will be there by game 4.
I don't know.
At least game 4, if not before.
I say game 6 or 7.
Okay, maybe game 6 or 7. He won't go past more than, and so if he comes in game 6, you got 11 games left. That's almost a full season.
A situation where he shows up middle of the season.
Who?
You sign him game 5 for anybody. Stephon Diggs.
Nah, somebody will get him. Somebody will get him during training camp or at the end of training camp.
Okay.
At the end, K.
Oh,
Lynn said KC as well. So Lynn said KC.
Does Stephon Diggs and EB work well together on the same squad?
Who's EB?
Eric Bieniemy, who's their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, sure they do.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if he
EB's
go to
a
Kansas
beast.
City, EB going to get him in check.
Yeah.
Either gonna get him in check or he gonna buck.
Yeah, and he ain't got no choice but to straighten up because, man, that boy is thin ice in he might not get picked up.
I got 2 teams that he could possibly go to, and he will ball out at both of these places. One I don't want to see him go to, but it's a good Green Bay.
Green Bay, I can see. Heck, I can see him in Philly.
The other one is, and he would just be crazy if he went there, but Atlanta.
I was thinking Atlanta.
You got
There's about
Tua.
5 teams he can go to. But
Yeah.
It's just how he's going to perform. Who's going to keep him in check? And he come there
You
with
can't
that
keep him
crazy.
checking Atlanta. He'll go crazy in
Let
Atlanta.
me ask you this question. This team, if this team is expected to be halfway good,
He go
possibly
crazy
make
in
the
Atlanta.
playoffs, what about the Jets?
Nah, he's not going to Jets. He's not
I'm not
going to
saying
Jets.
he
I
would.
think he want unless they gonna give him a bag. If they're not gonna give him a big bag.
Look here, man. AG trying to save his job. He ain't got time for that boy to be able to do his
Yeah.
job.
If I'm AG, I wouldn't put up with his foolishness for
fair.
sure. So you got Stephon Diggs. What about? And I think he's gonna wait to the mid or end of training camp, maybe earlier. And I think he still got something in the tank. Jadeveon Clowney, who was with the Cowboys last year, led the team in sacks. So he was a free agent. Not sure if the Cowboys are going to bring him back. They're going to try to wait and see what all their new talent's going to do, which I kind of understand. But where can you see Clowney?
Hey,
Somebody
man, come
need a
back to
pass
Houston,
rusher,
dog.
disruptor.
Come back to Houston, dog.
I say come back to Houston as well.
Come back to Houston, man. Get on the other side. You got Clowney, and of course you got Will Anderson, and you got my man. What's my guy? God, dog, the most underrated player in the league. That came over from Minnesota. That's from
You
Katy.
talking about
Why am I going blank?
from
They just resigned him.
from Martin Rand.
From Martin
Autry,
Rand.
Janelle Autry?
No, huh? Danielle Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
That's what I
Hunter.
was going to say. God, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? That would be crazy line over there. To,
Yeah.
try to have to deal with that rush. Be bananas.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have. He could play 15, 20 snaps a game.
Save your taxes.
All that
You ain't
good
got to
stuff.
buy a new house. You already got somewhere to live. I say, why not?
So you got
Somebody gonna live a long time.
another wide receiver that's out there that at one point in time everyone was trying to get one of these in the league, and that's Deebo Samuels. He was with Washington last year. He had caught about 75, 80 balls, made most of his yards after the
I
catch.
think Philly would be a good place for him.
Philly?
I think once they figure out what they're going to do with A.J. Brown, I think that is a good lot.
Yeah.
That's a good spot for him.
And he can go to New England.
No, AJ Brown will not be there next year. So you
That's
say
what I'm saying. Once they
figure
figure
it out, he ain't gonna be there.
I mean, once he's actually installed, like, all right, you out, traded or cut or whatever they do, then it's a good place to slide Debo into that spot.
So, what about? It used to be sexy name, but not so sexy anymore. I'm gonna give you 2 names. One is Joey Bosa. He was with. You're getting up there in age a little bit. You think somebody gonna bring him in to be a situational pass rusher?
Yeah, that's what happened to him. He'd be a reserve. He
I have a question
he can
for
fit
you.
in a couple
Does he
places.
start anymore?
Nah.
Is he white?
Absolutely.
Play as long as he wants. Next question.
What about Bobby Wagner then?
I mean, when it comes to a position like that, it don't matter what color you are. You can play a long time. And they need the veterans, the numbers. I mean, they need the
bodies.
rotational line of bodies. Yeah. That's the quarterback position. Now they gotten better with that. How long they let them be backups and everything.
So would you bring? He went to A&M. So Von Miller to Houston.
Hell yeah.
I would.
That's a Hall of Famer there. He still got
How much
some
you gonna
juice.
pay him though? Cause you paying
the thing,
Anderson.
You gotta pay these guys, but you don't have to pay them a whole lot of money. They just want to still get their last years, get their last couple of checks or whatever. So it's not like you gotta have a big contract. You can sign them a year or 2. You don't have to do all that.
And in Texas, there's
Vaughn
no
been in the
state
league,
tax.
what,
Come on,
14,
Vaughn, you know this.
14, 15 years? I mean,
Vaughn's
yeah.
been around a minute. Has he
You don't
been
play that long, yeah, average play, yeah. You do play it over 8 years, that's like playing 10
Oh,
years.
yeah.
You play 10 years like playing
It's
15,
icing on the
16.
cake at that point. You got to that point.
Yeah.
Unless you done mess your money off, it's all icing on the cake at this point.
So, what's the early prediction for NFL next year? Give me your top 4 teams before we go into training camp.
Man, top 4 teams. Philadelphia. I'm not naming an order.
Yeah, don't name it in order. Just give me 4 teams.
Early.
Give me 4 teams.
So, I'd take Philadelphia. I'd take New England. I'd take Kansas City because one thing about Kansas City, I think Andy Reid is going to really show everybody. We already proved this point. He's going to have Justin Fields right. If Justin Fields going to hold it down until Pat Mahomes come up, it's on.
I love Justin and
So
Kansas City,
you got
Kansas City. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say the Texans, but they just going to look good on paper going to the playoffs. But if Coleridge Bernard's still starting, it's going to be a choke-up, but I can't see him starting for the season over with.
So hop in the chat. Let us know who your early favorite, your top 4 teams in the NFL. You can put your home team in there if you want to, but let's try to be honest. Miles, who you got? Early prediction, top 4 teams in the NFL next year.
Regular season records, top 4 teams.
Yeah, top regular season records.
I think it's Houston and New England in the AFC. And I think Chicago is going to make a step. Even though they had a great season, they're going to make a step. And I'm going to go with Philly, though.
But I'm going to tell people, don't run with this because it's still early. This is early football talk.
It's early.
In a couple of months, we'll know.
We got some stuff that's going to go on for sure. I think that I'm going to follow you a little bit. I'm going to say Kansas City and the Texans, top 2 teams in AFC next year, because I believe that Coleridge, Bernard Stroud, the fourth, will not be playing by mid-season. They'll put the backup in there and realize that all we need is somebody to drive the bus and not try to make too many crazy bonehead plays. And then we'll have Patrick Mahomes coming back. He's going to drive that team there for sure. And then in the NFC, I'm going to copy you again. I think Chicago, with second year in that system, Caleb Williams, now he got more weapons. They're going to be tough to beat next year. And they're going to have to go up against America's team, Dallas Cowboys. We will win the NFC East next year. We will probably have the second, or probably, but I maybe not the first, but second best record in the league.
Can we cut his
Go
mic
ahead and
off?
get it. Oh, somebody said Raiders. Stop it.
Now, Raiders
Stop
will be
it.
They'll be
a team
better.
to watch in the future.
Hold on, Raiders
Kubiak
gotta
gonna
hope
do a
to
good
win.
job.
Hold on.
Who said the Raiders?
Erica said Raiders in there.
Erica,
For
I'm going to tell you
real.
something. I agree with you because they are the future, and Lil Kubiak is going to put it together.
No,
The
they got.
best, yeah.
It's not this year. They're going to be good.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're on the rise because they're not that far. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can stick in there in the wild card, at least have a winning record.
That's fair.
So Lynn got some good picks here, and I probably missed a couple of these teams.
Let me say, hold on, before you go, let me ask you a question.
Let me read the chat first. Let me read the chat first.
Go
Let me
ahead,
read the chat. Because I appreciate y'all watching and jumping in chat, commenting. He said the Rams, Houston, Detroit, and Buffalo.
I thought about Detroit.
I thought about the Rams, too.
Yeah.
I thought about
That's
Detroit.
still early. Like, you put me on
Buffalo,
the spot. I know
Josh
you
Allen. I'm starting to lose my
Yeah.
Josh Allen faith.
Yeah, I'm losing faith in Josh Allen as well.
I'm trying to get off of that
Yeah,
train.
I'm off that bandwagon. But Detroit, we don't know who that quarterback. I mean, we kind of know who that quarterback gonna be, but I'm not
Hey,
high
Coach
on
Campbell,
them.
man, don't
But
count
the
them out, man.
Rams, a lot of people said the Rams were supposed to be in the Super Bowl last year.
Browns going to have a team.
Rams gonna have a team.
The reason I didn't say, I thought about KC
What was your
like
question,
both of you guys. As I say, y'all thinking about KC like both of you guys said. My reason was, does KC come out like hot after or is KC like the Spurs used to be? Just rev it up for the playoffs and make sure we
Shout
have
out to my
time
guy.
go.
Who your top 4 teams next year, NFL?
Texas.
Number 2.
Texas.
Texans. Yeah. My man Spanky say Texas all the way.
Well, man,
Texas,
Texas, Texas all day. He said Texas 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I love that. I love that. That's how you support the home team.
True fan.
Well, y'all know how we do
And
it.
on the rocks on OST. Good happy hour. Come on out.
Yeah, come on out. Y'all can see we're having a good time over here. Make
We'll
sure you
be here
meet
next
us
Tuesday.
at On the Rocks Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Also, make sure you go on our social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, as well as our YouTube. Be on the lookout for some new additional content. You're gonna see some new people on the show, maybe some Hernandezes. You might see, some new shows out there, maybe late nights. Make sure you keep in touch with us so you can make sure you see all our new content out there. Y'all know how we end the show. We got my boy Patrick Truesdale in the moment.
Yes.
What you got?
I got a hell of a Tuesday the truth moment. Back in the days, regardless of HISD might not be the same, but it's always good individual athletes at schools you think is not at. I know everybody knows always some at the Lamars, Bel Air West Side, Hikes, all that. Shout out to Coach Dixon. But I got a point to make. Quit stereotyping. These schools are passing up kids. You got the best defensive end in South Texas, that kid named Peter Dorsey at Wheatley High School. You have all these local schools, Miles, know about this kid, went over there telling them, he got an offer to Marshall, got a big offer to SMU, but had to put on, and all these schools and knowing this kid, sending schools over there, telling schools to go over there. But shout out to my boy Damian Lewis, ex-University of Miami, East Texas, played 12 years about 12 years old, number 12 pick, D-line inside coach for University of Miami, came down and offered this kid, Peter Dorsey out of Fifth Ward. Fifth Ward is still on fire after that offer. And now I got schools calling me, everybody on this kid now. And I'm like, what is wrong? What is crazy?
Go to SMU.
No. But
Go to SMU.
How did offer happen? Regardless of where he go, my point I'm making is, he got an offer there. Hold up now. He got an offer to SMU, but all of a sudden all these other schools ain't offering, but the minute when the U offer, this the U. It's no comparison. And it's not about a debate about Miami and SMU. My whole debate is about this. Why are y'all passing up this kid? And I've been around for years. The schools came out and offer kids and never offered this kid. Now you're on the bandwagon. Recruiting has become like dating. It's like Mike Jones said. Back then you didn't want him, now y'all on me.
Well, I'll say this.
Hold up. Now you want to offer the kid and jump on the bandwagon because he got offered by the U.
It's not much different.
And one thing about the U, they going to pay you. And the coach going to develop you.
Well,
and he playing with Lewis, and it's the U.
I'll say this. It's not much different in basketball. And what I mean by it is, to be the first one to jump on a kid's bandwagon is tough, unless they're the superstars, right? Like we all know there's the ones that got heralded early in their career. But to jump on that bandwagon and go to your guy and say, hey, we need to get a scholarship to X, Y, Z, and nobody's heard of him yet, right? Nobody's done it yet. You have to be a risk taker. Because if it doesn't work out, you're going to have a problem.
Well, basketball different football.
Listen.
I'm Pat Truesdale. I'm the best scout in high school football. If Pat tell you about a kid, go get on him. And normally they do, but you didn't get on this kid. This kid had 21 sacks.
Look, listen.
Come on, man.
I'm agreeing with your point. I'm not arguing your point. What I'm saying is, once somebody big jumps on it, then you almost have to jump on it, because if it works out for somebody else and your guy goes, he was in our backyard this whole time, you didn't do nothing, then you look bad as well, too.
The kid told them about the kid. The kid plays center in basketball, and he's the best ball handler. At the end and doing games at the end of the game, he got to run the point. 6'3", 200 pound defensive end.
He played D-line?
Yeah, he played D-line, had over 21 sacks.
The point guard?
Yeah, no, he's a center, but play point guard because he's the best ball handler. When Wheatley couldn't get out that trap against Lamar, Peter had to save their ass. Every time I saw them guards and Wheatley couldn't get out the trap, Peter had to get down, go up court, and then go back and get down low.
Julius,
he made all state football.
So, Julius, we need that sound drop. My name is Pat Truesdale. I'm the best high school recruiter in high school football.
He said scout. He said scout.
Yeah.
He said high school scout.
26 years. You want me to name my resume to kids?
No. Not today.
That's next show. We ain't got enough time left on the show.
Find him on LinkedIn.
Yeah, we ain't got enough time left on the show. We're going to let him give his resume, though, for sure. Miles, what you got before we go?
I want to witness, but look, straight up, I got to give credit up to Mike Brown for what he's doing. I have not seen basketball played this way in a long time. We have gone to hero ball. And actually, I'm lying. Indiana did a great job playing this way last year as well. It's good to see basketball back in the mix, not just hero ball, a bunch of threes and a bunch of analytics taking over.
Fundamentals.
it's fundamentals, but it's also intelligent basketball. It's moving the ball around. It's cutting. It's getting the ball where it should be. I'm not the biggest Mike Brown fan. Anybody knows me knows that. But I must give him credit, and I must give the way the evolution of the game is going. I can really see a light in the tunnel where we won't just be playing analytic basketball.
You know what's amazing? I know we got to go. You giving Mike credit, huh? But you give him that old Kevin Sampson.
It's killing him, though. It's killing him.
I gave Kevin Sampson credit. You the one that know.
It's killing him.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I just want to, before we go, I want to congratulate all the graduates out there. A lot of people have recently graduated high school, college, elementary, middle school.
Hey, my baby graduated kindergarten last week.
Yeah, preschool.
Got a picture?
So I want to make sure that we celebrate y'all. I know we got a lot of family and friends that have come in to celebrate you, but just remember, whatever you graduated from, that was just the last step in your before your next step. That was only the last step for your next step. So make sure you prepare yourself to take another step. Make sure you prepare yourself to join us next week as well in the tunnel. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on check us out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. We look forward to talking to you next week. Peace.
Hey, one more shout out. Don't cut it off. Judah just graduated from Alabama State. He's one of my golf kids.
Okay.
I'm headed to your graduation party as soon as I put this down. Holla.
Peace.